Hello and welcome to round 12 here in Kegums, Latvia, at the start for the MXGP qualifying race. And I want to speak to this gentleman here. It's Todd Waters. Todd, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
I just want to talk to you about your season so far. Just looking at your results, it seems like this second half of the season, you seem to have found your form more. Great result in Sweden, 5th overall. You got your first podium in Majora this year. Do you think you're feeling more comfortable on the bike, or perhaps you just sort of... What's changed?
More the GPs. You know, I'm standing on the start line here and I'm starting to believe that I belong here. Yeah. Before, it's a tough thing. It's very daunting for someone coming from the other side of the world and racing with all your heroes. So it's, now we're starting to get results and starting to feel like we belong here. And our training's going really well as Ice 1 team's fully behind me, and we've got a good bike. So everything's starting to move forward.
Sandy track here in Kegums. What are you expecting from this weekend?
Yeah, look, it is sandy, but it's also got a really hard base underneath, so it's a very technical track. So it's a track where you push too hard, you make a lot of mistakes. So I think for me, I just got to focus on myself, do good laps, and be consistent.
Yeah, well, best of luck with that. Thank you, Todd. I want to speak with a man we haven't seen for a while, actually, since Volkanswad. It's Davide Guarneri. He's just here with me. Davide, you're back. Give us an update on everything. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I took some rest, we can say, I didn't want, but doctor say it was better I stay out of the bike. Now I'm back. For sure it will be tough, but I didn't ride for 1 month and a half, a bit more, and just had a few hours on the bike but it's good to be back. Honestly, the chrono was quite well, 12:13, then it's good to me. And okay, we see race will be tough. I'm not sand rider, but we are here back to the field, and it's good to everybody, I think.
It's definitely good to have you back. And tell us, how was time practice earlier?
Time practice was good. I was 10th in the last lap, and after 3 guys passed me, I finished 13. But it was completely unexpected because after a long time without the bike, 13 is good. Some rider also is back. The field is not completely full like it was in the beginning, but many guys coming back. It's difficult, but went quite well. I hope everything go well here. I will be a bit tired, but it will important choose the easy line for me in the moment and take it easy.
So you're not going to push too hard then?
For sure I will push. It's a race, but we try to be under control. It's not easy every time, but we try to do it.
Good luck with that. Thank you, Davide. Time now for the MXGP qualifying.
And good to see Davide Guarneri back this weekend in Latvia. But Tommy Searle, Gauthier Paulin and Jeremy Van Horbeek, just 3 of the riders looking to get a good start here. What about Tony Cairoli? Still struggling with that arm injury, sustained at his home Grand Prix at Majora in Italy. But it was Paulin who was fastest in the time practice session. Jeremy Van Horbeek was 2nd. Tommy Searle, a good ride for him, in 3rd. Putting in a decent lap, just 1.2 seconds off the pace, and then Genny Bobryshev and Glenn Coldenhoff rounding out the top 5. MXGP qualifying then. The gate dropped, Gauthier Paulin up the inside, Tony Cairoli having to start right from the outside, almost pulled a hole shot, but it was Tommy Searle who held a nice tight line. On the exit though, it was him and Todd Waters that were side by side heading down into turn 2. Cairoli there in 3rd place, with Rattray in 4th. And Cairoli trying to make a move early on the Australian. As Gauthier Paulin, following Romain Fevre, split and passed the Spaniard of Boutron and the South African of Rattray, moved into 5th place. Dean Ferris, meanwhile, went around the outside of Jeremy Van Horbeek, who threw away a good opportunity and a great start. And then up through the waves, Paulin found his way into 4th after a mistake there from Fevre. But then look up the left-hand turn here, on board from Dean Ferris. Stephen Frossard going down after being collected by David Philipparts, who remained up on 2 wheels. Cairoli burst into 2nd position, or so he thought, towards the end of the first lap, but Todd Waters having none of it on Husqvarna. And again, it was a drag race over the Monster Energy finish line. Cairoli having to work extremely hard. He knew he needed that good start, but then Tony Cairoli threw it away in this corner. Gauthier Paulin caught the bike as he went through, ran off track, and Romain Fevre was back in front of him again. Cairoli picking himself up down in 16th place, just behind Dean Ferris. oblivious to everything that was going on around him. Number 100, Tommy Searle on the Red Bull KTM, continued to lead the way. Waters was second, Febvre third, Paulin fourth, and Bobashev was in fifth, followed by Rattray, Boutron, Koldenhoff, and Bengtson. Then Paulin made his move back down the inside of Roman Febvre. Got himself into third, and then went after Todd Waters. And the pass came here when Waters fell, losing the front end in the wave section. Didn't have to travel too far either. And the Australian eventually pulled out of the race. He will go to the line in 24th position. Paulin showing good speed as he continued to chase down the lead group, which was Tommy Searle here. Back from injury, obviously knew he needed a good start, just riding for a little bit of confidence. So too Tyler Rattray, he was in 5th place in the early part of the race, being followed by Koldenhoff and Bengtson. Bengtson making a great start as well. Just saw the 22 there of Strybos making his way past Simpson as he climbed his way up towards 6th by the end of the race, but Paulin though got himself into 2nd and then took the lead from Tommy Searle on lap 5. Searle also lost a couple of positions as he exited that corner. So Febvre went through, so too did Bobashev. Tommy found his way back past the Russian though, briefly, before the HRC rider got himself back into 3rd place. But all eyes were on the battle at the front of the field between Gauthier Paulin and Roman Febvre, the 2 French riders. Tyler Rattray enjoying his time inside the top 5, but recovering from a poor start. Glenn Koldenhoff scything his way through the pack. Just behind him in 6th place. And so too Philip Bengtson in 7th on the 24 MX Honda. And Tommy Searle almost had a moment. He got completely sideways through the rhythm section, and that was enough to allow Bobashev an easy route through into 3rd. But the 2 riders at the head of the field, Paulin and Febvre, were pulling well clear of Bobashev, Searle and the rest as they duked it out to determine who would go to the line in 1st place on Sunday. Bobashev was safe in 3rd. Tommy Searle was 4th, coming under pressure though from Glenn Koldenhoff in 5th, who'd found his way past Rattray, who'd now been pushed back to 6th position. Tony Cairoli though was enjoying his time, well, kind of, in 14th place, and it all went wrong again. Lost the front end at the end of the pit lane area, fell on that left arm, picked himself up after Ferris and Frossard both went through. Tony Cairoli would come home in 18th place. He will go to the line in 18th on Sunday. Rattray, Strybos, Van Horbig and Bengtson, with Simpson just off the back of this group, all duking it out over a top 5 position. But Paulin, despite being pushed the whole race by the 461 of Roman Febvre on the Yamaha Factory Racing Yamalube machine, managed to maintain his nerve and his composure as his teammate circulated out there on his own in 3rd place. Tommy Searle regrouped after making those couple of mistakes, got himself more than comfortable in 4th. Glenn Koldenhoff on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki was 5th, as Jean-Michel Bale watched Gauthier Paulin deal with the talent that is Roman Febvre. Strybos and Van Horbig in the end were battling over 6th place. Eventually though it went to Kevin Strybos. Van Horbig had to be content with 7th ahead of Tyler Rattray, who eventually fell back to 8th. But it was a win for the 2nd time this year for Gauthier Paulin. Febvre was 2nd, Bobashev was 3rd. Searle and Koldenhoff rounding out the top 5.
Gauthier Paulin, first pole since Valkenswaard. You're pretty much unstoppable here at the Nation. So tell us about your race and why is this track just so good for you?
Why is this track so good for me? I don't know. I've been working on every kind of track. Just we set up the bike really well with the HRC Honda today, so I'm feeling really good. Just I was a little careful and easy at this qualifying race. It's only a qualifying race, and we can see there was some huge crash. I hit the bike from Antonio, I think in the third lap, so I had to go quite off the track and come back in, and then Waters crashed on the front. So yeah, just make that. I had to manage, Fevre behind. And for the lead, so it was okay. I had a good ride and I enjoyed it.
Best luck for tomorrow. Thank you. Roman Frebra, congratulations. You like coming second in quali, don't you? Tell us about your start and your race.
Yeah, I take a good start. I was 12 on the start gate, so my lap time was not so great. We tried to modify the bike a little bit, the setup of the bike, and it wasn't working for the time practice. But we changed, we go back, and for the race was a lot better. I took good start. I was fourth or third, and then Caroline make a crash. So I was maybe third, and then we catch Cyril in the lead. And then I could follow Gauthier the moto, and I find some good lines. He had also some good lines. We'll see tomorrow. The start it's really important, and I have some confidence for tomorrow, so it will be good. Thank you.
Good luck for them. Thank you. Evgeny Bobashev, third in qualifying today here in Latvia. Tell us about your practice. I know you had a little incident then, and also about that qualifying race.
Yeah, at the time practice I was going for a fast lap, but then I've done mistake, and I went over the bar and I hurt my knee a little bit. At the moment it's good. It just hurt a little bit on the landings, but overall it's fine. It's not boring me to race. And about the qualifier race, I had a good start. I was fourth, and then I passed Earl in the end, and I was staying that place. I wasn't pushing because I was a bit stiff on the bike. And today I have to a little bit do setting on the bike to feel better tomorrow. And hope to do the same consistent race without any mistakes and keep it on two wheels.
Best of luck for tomorrow. Thank you.